Thank you so much for staying with me. My name is Ngozi Adeleye, founder CrunchEconometrix. Still on the continuation of our instrumental variables approach, I will be deploying Stata inbuilt Ivreg and Ivreg syntax. We are using multivariate approach. Remember, the data we are using is still Woodridge MROS data, and I've also provided both the data and the do file for you to replicate analysis. Click on the links in the video description. It will take you to my ResearchGate account where you can download both files. So starting with the Ivreg routine in Stata. So instead of engaging piecemeal regressions using the reg command, Stata can actually do it at once using the Ivreg syntax. So back to Stata, using the Ivreg syntax, you can see right here, which is a shortcut formula. You can see the log of which Eduk equals father Eduk, and I've listed the two exogenous regressors. I have indicated option first for Stata to show me the first stage regression results, and I'm controlling for heteroscedasticity, where you can now see I've used the RO, which is robust. I also want Stata to store the result so I can compare at the end of the day. So I'm highlighting both and I'm executing. So you can see on your screen the result for the first stage regression using Ivreg, and below that is the second stage regression. And finally, below the table, you can see the instrumented variable and the instruments I've used. Even though I've only used father Eduk, Stata will list every other exogenous variables as instruments. So from the first stage regression, as you can see, the results are quite similar from those obtained from the previous reduced form model when I use the piecemeal approach. Very similar results. You can check them out, okay, from your end. Very similar results. Again, look at the result from the second stage structural model. The results are also similar from those obtained when I engage a piecemeal approach. Though the coefficient of Eduk hat is weakly significant at the 10% level, you can see p-value 0.051. So the endogenous variable, like I said, are listed at the below table. You can see right here further Eduk. So whether you use Ivreg technique or you use the regress approach for the two-stage least squares technique, you will end up having the same result. Now I want to deploy Ivreg. The Ivreg syntax is a significant enhancement to Ivreg and also a significant enhancement to Ivreg2. So let us see what Ivreg will yield. Okay, so let's go to Stata. So to deploy Ivreg, you don't have to do much. So this is the syntax for Ivreg. Ivreg two-stage least square. So this is the code right here. So I'm going to highlight and execute, and Stata will store the result. So this is the result. And what I did was that I did not indicate option first deliberately, so Stata did not report the first stage of regression. So what you have here is the second stage, and the Eduk you are seeing here is actually the predicted Eduk hat, okay? The predicted value of Eduk. So deliberately, I did not indicate option first, so this is the second stage part of the two-stage least squares. You can see instrumented Eduk, and the instruments are also listed. So how do we interpret these results? Very similar to when we had a piecemeal approach. Another day of education results in 7% increase in wages. Very, very similar to when we use Ivreg. In fact, identical to say the least. So first stage regression is not reported, just like I said, because I did not indicate option first in the code. And now we can say Eduk hat is exogenous. Instrument is indicated below the table. So almost similar mirror image results with Ivreg. So whether you want to use Ivreg or Ivreg, you are good to go. I've shown you that you are likely to get the same outcome. So thank you so much. This is to complete using the inbuilt syntax of Ivreg and Ivreg on the multivariate model to control for endogeneity for an IV model.